Hey guys, welcome back to Iron Sharpens Iron, also known as ISI Media. We got Charlie Sexton here. Um, Great to have you. Would you like to introduce yourself to other people?
Hey guys, my name is Charlie Sexton. I just graduated Auburn High School, and I'm going up the road to run track at Auburn University.
Um, I know you're still an athlete, and you've been playing sports for so long. Can you go into backstory and when you all started?
Yeah, I started playing soccer when I was like probably around four, rec league soccer, and I played a little bit of baseball when I was in elementary school, but I really just only did organized soccer up until I actually did it this year. So yeah, that's how I got into sports, and then I started doing track recently.
What made you want to do track?
Well, I knew based off like the games I played in soccer that I was pretty quick. Like I thought maybe I could run track, and my dad ran track at college, so I gave it a shot.
Did you expect to be like this great or like rank so high when you started?
No, I was like, let's see. When I first started running, my goal, like for the 200, was to just get a 22 something at some point in my high school career. So no, I did not expect it.
Well, man, I'm gonna just tell you, you're really good if you don't already know. Because I remember, because I throw shot put, and I was looking, I was like, "Where's everybody doing?" And were running to go see you. I was like, "You're like a celebrity in Alabama, if not the country already." Would you say you had any like big leaders or role models who really helped mold or shape you into the athlete you are?
Yeah. First, my dad, because he ran in college, and he's been like a big driving force, big leader for me. My mom has been up there, a good role model too. She's really supportive as well. She's always screaming at the track meets. And this is, these are like the most obvious answers ever. But my track coach, right? Because when I was playing soccer, um, he kept telling me, he was like, "Come out here and run track. Come out here and run track, and you can run fast." And also, actually, my soccer coach, because he has been like one of the most supportive of me. Like he's been like, "Yeah, man, you're fine. Just go run. Come back when you can. But this is your priority." And he like acknowledged that. So those guys probably really pushed me the most.
It's really great. Like that's cool that you have people around you that like just really help encourage you and mold you. So it's pretty out there. You're committed to Auburn University, going there. Um, how did this opportunity come? Can you talk about your recruiting experience?
Yeah, basically, I ran at indoor state in the 60, and before the 60, my PR was like 705. Like it wasn't. It was good, but it wasn't like
Right.
E1 or SEC or anything like that. And in at the state meet, I ran a 684, and immediately after I ran it, while we were still in the facility, I just started I started emailing coaches like crazy, and I was getting some responses, but I really wanted to go to Auburn. So I think the next day or something, the coach got my number, and the coaches started contacting me, and they asked me to go on a visit. I went on a visit. A couple weeks went by, and I got an offer, and I just committed basically like 2 days later, almost instantly.
Wow, that's dope. Uh, do you think academics and your extracurriculars outside of athletics helped you in your scholarship or application processes and stuff?
Yeah. Um, well, unfortunately, I they would have helped more than they did, but I missed the deadline to apply for a lot of scholarships because I applied to Auburn too late. But I do think they helped a little bit for sure, at least on the resume to get in.
So you did mention you emailed coaches. Can you go about that and how that all happened and how you did it?
Yeah, basically, I'd email one of the assistant coaches. I would CC the head coach, and then under the subject line, I put my name, my title, so like Alabama Sprinter, and then something that's like that stands out. Sometimes it wasn't related to sprinting. Like I'd put my ACT or something, but then I would introduce myself, explain why I was interested in a certain college.
I know people like probably brag on you about this a lot. I just want to tell the people this dude was on the debate team and he scored a 33 on the ACT. Like that's an example for like making no excuses. Did academics always come easy to you?
No, they were actually like, especially when I started running, like I was like struggling and in like school and stuff because I was kind of all over the place because I was doing so much. So I kind of had to like focus on it, and it's hard when you're focusing on track too. But I had to be like, okay, this is what I need to do. And I just did what I needed to do.
Yeah. Now I think about it, that's really cool that you're able to still balance school and being a full-time student athlete. What would you really say to help like people in high school right now struggling or entering high school and they want to do sports and do well in school? How would you say?
You definitely need a balance. Right? It's like you need to think it through before you start. Oh, I'm not saying turn away from sports, but before you start doing sports, think about it. Think about when you're going to do your schoolwork, and always remember that that comes first when you're in high school. And then if you do all that, I think it's doable.
And in a sense for recruiting, what advice would you give track and field athletes or just any athletes in general trying to play collegiate level athletics?
I think you need to really like, it's going to sound kind of cliche, but you really need to fall in love with what you're doing. Because like if I try to do something that's hard and I don't really want to do it, it's so hard for me to focus on it. But around like this year and last year, I really fell in love with like running fast. And it made it so much easier to go out there and like put the work in. So if you are really passionate about something, it makes it so much easier because you're thinking about it all the time. You're focusing on it and you're building like your schedule around it. And it doesn't feel like a chore.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that because when it comes to getting recruited for college football and going to that level, it's like staying disciplined to what you want to do doesn't really feel like you're staying disciplined, like you're doing what you want to do. You just prioritize everything else and it should work out.
Yeah.
So you are transitioning to the professional / collegiate world. What are you majoring in?
Oh, I don't know yet. I mean, I put down business, but I don't know if I want to do that. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm kind of interested in psychology too, so I really don't know yet. Gonna kind of wing.
How are you preparing for D1 athletics?
I'm just I really don't know what to expect going into it, so I'm just trying to stay. I would say stay in shape, but I'd have to do that anyways because I got a race next week. But really just trying to like stay on, like keep doing what I'm doing, build a good base so I go in and I'm not lost or anything.
You're racing next week. Is it for like it's like an AAU team or like, what is it?
It's Brooks PR. So it's up in Seattle, I think. Well, I know it's in Washington. I think it's in Seattle. We're going up on the 13th. I race on the 15th in the 100. We're coming back on the 16th. It's kind of like a fun thing, but it's going to be like really competitive.
Oh, that's really nice. That's cool. How does it feel being able to be an athlete at Auburn University, where you had great athletes like Cam Newton, Suni Lee, and Bo Jackson, like being produced from there? Can you see yourself maybe wanting to be in the World Games or Olympics in the future?
Yeah, I mean, it feels really cool, especially because I grew up here. Like, I was a little too young to like see Cam Newton when he was at Auburn, but he's the reason I'm a Panthers fan in the NFL, right? And I see and hear about these other athletes. I'm always like, it's like a childhood dream for kids or for guys that live here to want to like play college football and stuff here. So it's really cool to be able to actually do that or play or run track here. And regarding the like Olympics and stuff, I think I could, right? Like I think I have the potential, but it's like I'm just gonna take it step by step, and
Right.
see how everything's going, and then maybe.
Well, that's truly a blessing that you can even have potential to be in the Olympics. Because I feel like I'm talking to a future Olympian athlete right now. So, it's crazy. Now we got a new segment called Iron Sharpener, where I'll ask Charlie questions and he has 10 seconds to answer each. All right. You ready for the first question?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Name 3 songs on your music playlist right now. Go.
John by Lil Wayne, Element by Pop Smoke. I lost it. Wait, do I lose?
Yeah, you lose. It's okay. We'll just move on to the next one. All
Yeah.
right. What is your favorite TV show / movie at the moment? Go.
The South Park.
Okay, bet. All right. Out of these 3 races, which is your favorite? The 60 meter, the 200 meter, or the 100 meter? Go.
200.
That was easy. Do you have any animals or pets? You got 10 seconds to answer that and say their names.
Yeah, Elvis, Mabel, Oscar are my 3 dogs, and then Giannis and Ripley are my 2 cats. The cats are 2 twin sisters. They're a year old. Oscar just barked. He's like 2 years old. Elvis barked. He's like 12, and Mabel's like 5.
You're really good with animals. That's really cool
though. They're real under control right now. Oh my god.
Who is your favorite athlete?
Lionel Messi.
Perfect. And what is your favorite meal to eat no matter where you go?
Ooh, what's it called? Filet mignon.
Bet. You did pretty good. You did really good. See,
That's one thing.
You're gonna have the grace of you being the first one because my next interview, they're not gonna have it so easy, But jokingly, well, not jokingly, I'm putting this in the air. You're gonna be huge. Don't forget me. Don't forget me.
I won't.
So the next few questions are going to be more towards your mind and mental health. How dedicated and disciplined would you say you have to be for success to come as an athlete?
I think you have to be like it sounds cheesy because everyone says it, but you have to be like really, really dedicated. And I think a lot of people like kind of don't have the idea, or not the idea, but I think a lot of people like me before this kind of didn't, or have the wrong idea about dedication. Like dedication isn't about always being in pain and always like putting 100% focus on something. It's really about like it's supposed to be easy. Like if you really, like, not easy all the time, but if you really want to be if you're really passionate about something, it's pretty easy to be dedicated to it,
Right.
if you really do it. But yeah, it's really important.
And of course, when you competing, you probably have like all these things going through your head. What is one thing before any type of event or competition that relaxes you, calms your nerves?
It's hard to say because I'm usually like way too nervous. Actually, this year I did a better job of relaxing. One thing that relaxes me is talking to my teammates, I'd say. Because like that's one thing I'm kind of like nervous about for Seattle. I'm not gonna have any of my teammates there talk to me.
And going on that, it is good talking to people and having people around you feel comfortable to talk to, kind of let those butterflies go. And I would think you think it's important, but I'm gonna ask it anyways. Do you think your mental stability and health is important as an athlete?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because it's like if you're not in the right headspace, you're kind of all over the place, and
Right.
you really can't focus.
Is there like a daily ritual or a habit you have that just keeps you at peace and your mind right?
I try to do one. Like I try to meditate sometimes, try to do that daily. But a lot of times I just am like I just don't for some reason. Like I forget or I don't want to. That's not good. But yeah, I try to meditate every day because it's like a good way to just breathe and not think about everything that's going on all the time.
Yeah, that's very respectable that you're able to take time for yourself, because I feel like especially as athletes we're so worried about pleasing everybody else or making sure this is done. Well, you have to have yourself right before you can do all that stuff for everybody else.
Yeah, for sure.
So you've made it close to the end. I do have one question that I pretty much ask every athlete or guest I have on the show. Where can we see you in the future? And most importantly, where can you see yourself in the future?
Ooh, like I don't know. I've got to just wing it. Hopefully you'll see me in like the NCAA championships. That's really that's the big yet somewhat reasonable goal right now, is the NCAA championships. Hopefully you'll see me there.
That's lit, man. I'm gonna be watching and supporting you. Thank you for joining me again, and viewers, thank you for tuning in. Iron sharpens iron. We have a lot of stuff in store. Please keep a lookout on the websites, Twitter, Instagram, all social media. Thank you, ISI family, and I'll see you next time. And remember, when iron sharpens iron, anything is possible.